kind of seeing this, I'm really just sitting back, waiting for all of this, man.
Wait for more information on it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'll just get down to it. So yesterday was reported that Dallas police told the Dallas Morning News that Rashee Rice was suspected of assaulting a person at a downtown nightclub early Monday, and that person went to a hospital after the encounter. Officers were dispatched to the nightclub about 2:30 a.m. Monday over a report of an assault, and the victim self-transported to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, police say. JD, obviously we're going to take a step back here and see what happens, let the whole thing develop, but for the fact that this is the second time in the last few months of a reckless kind of incident attached to Rashee Rice. We don't know. It's an allegation right now. It's suspected of it. So we don't know. But I mean, it's just what's going on with Rashee Rice, man?
I don't know. Look, this guy he gets involved in this obviously bad situation on the highway with cars and whatnot. And so he's trying to live somewhat of a normal life, okay? A guy who is 22, 23 years old, however Rashee is, okay? He's a young guy. So he still wants to do things that young guys do, right? Okay? But this is when, and I don't know any of this is all speculation. Okay, we have no idea what is going on, and so I wanted to reserve this whole jumping on him until all these things come out. With these, paparazzi or this camera guy who's taking pictures. Sometimes I don't like guys that do that. Because they're chasing, trying to get notoriety, right? And so sometimes they bait guys, and I'm not saying that's the case. Like I said, I don't know. I have no idea what all transpired. None. And I don't think nobody really does. So that's why they're doing an investigation.
Right.
My thing is, if anything, you just want to stay away from all of it. Yeah, you just don't put yourself in no situation whatsoever, because you're a hot topic. Okay. So we don't know what's true. I've seen people say he wasn't even there. He was in New York or New Jersey doing some other stuff. You know what I mean?
I saw that. Someone said they were talking to his cousin, I think, and they said he's working out with Mahomes in Hollywood. But I mean, if it's in Dallas, though, that is in Texas. That's I don't know.
Yeah, but man, this day and age of information saturated, the lies and deception that comes in with all these different things.
Yeah, people want to be the first reporter on the story.
First reporter on the scene. Yeah, so look, I've seen a lot of people just take shots at him. Okay, literally some bad stuff with Rashee Rice. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I have no idea. I'm listening like everybody else is, but I'm gonna sit back and I'm that's what I'm gonna do, Marcus. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna wait till everything comes out before I make any type of decision on how I feel about everything. I just know for a fact, if anybody's involved in this situation, I would make sure this joker ain't near nothing. They ain't near anybody. Shoot, bring people over to your house if that's the case. You know what I mean? Instead of going out to a nightclub. Look, I get the guy wants to have just a regular life. And to be honest with you, he's allowed to have that. He's allowed to be a young man out here, right? But
okay, I guess the one thing I have seen though, this is not my opinion per se, but I'm just trying to be devil's advocate here with this whole thing.
Sure.
We've gotten a lot of comments, people going back to our old videos saying, "Oh yeah, he's still a 23-year-old kid, huh? He's doing these types of things." So we don't know.
No kid. He's not a kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's allegedly right now. It's an investigation still going on over it. So as far as if this happened, we don't know. We're not going to comment on it, but we had to address it in some way. But I will say the one thing that people are saying, it's whether he did this or not, he was at least at the club that night, because they're obviously looking for him. And there's no way he was in, because a lot of people are still throwing that person's text around who said he was somewhere else, but he was probably there that night. And I think the one thing that people are saying is the fact that why are you even at a club at 3 a.m. on a Monday? And it's on a Friday night, it's on a Saturday night, especially so close after the whole thing that happened. And that's what I've seen a lot. And I think there is some credence to that. Like, yes, he's a young guy. Let him hang out. Let him have a good time. But like Monday night
Hey, man,
on a non-holiday weekend.
party is over. Party is over. Like I said, go to your crib. Okay. I'm sure you have enough friends and female girls that you could, the females to bring them to your house a party. You have enough friends to do all those different things you want to. Yeah. Stay out of the way. Look, my nephew said, man, stay out the way. That's what you do. Just stay out of all of it as much as possible. You don't have to be in these places when you don't need to. There's no sense in it, especially if you're hot right now. Stay away from it all, man. Stay away from it all. That's my thing of it. So, and here's the thing. It's important that you have people around you who's saying, "Hey, man, come on, man. Like, let's think this through. Let's think this through." And so that might be a case too that, hey, man, you might have to start getting some people around you who are responsible, okay, and make sure that they hold you accountable for all things, keeping you out of all of it. I don't care what it is. So you just got to know that if you go out to go eat, that you're going to have cameras on you, okay? If you're going to have a steak at a fancy restaurant, you're going to have paparazzis taking picture of you, okay? This is because you are in the limelight. You are now you're hot, okay, because of, the situation you got in. So that would be my thing, man. Just stay away from all of it, man. Just, and if people approach you, you just move forward. Don't say nothing to nobody. I appreciate it. Thank you. Get you some security. Get some people around you and I ain't talking about your friends. You hire some people. Get some people to say, hey, man, I need to go out here. Who can I get here to make sure that I'm fine, that I'm not dealing with any of these paparazzis or whatever like that, okay? That's what you need to do. And it's unfortunate it has to be this way, but that's the lengths you have to go to protect yourself, protect your career, to make sure that you're doing this type of, collateral damage. Like you don't want to get involved in any of this, man. Be a choir boy. Be a choir boy. Shoot, what are you doing, Rashee Rice? I'm at home reading the Bible. That's what I'm doing. Well, I'm playing video games. Shoot, get a hobby. Get something else you want to do, man. But you can emulate the club at your house. You get the DJ, all the music, the drinks, the food, whatever you need to do to get there. Okay. Have a theme party at your crib. Okay.
I mean, the worst you could get if you have a part of your house, maybe a little sound ordinance, but from the police, but that's okay. You'll take a sound ordinance issue over an alleged punching a paparazzi in the face. And I'll say this too, because I've seen a lot of people who are defending Rashee Rice online say, well, I hate those paparazzis too. I would punch them in the face too. It's like, okay, well, first off, people who say just I've seen people commenting on these tweets and stuff saying I would punch a paparazzi in the face too who's taking photos of me.
That's
okay,
stupid.
well, we have two. It's dumb as hell. But we have two guys on our team who have quadruple the amount of paparazzis. Well, at least one guy on our team who definitely has hundreds of paparazzis camped outside his house. I mean, Kelsey and Mahomes, both guys have the camera in their face all the time. I've never seen them hit a paparazzi for taking a photo of them. So, like, again, we don't know if this is true or not, but like, kind of what you said, JD. When I was in college, so I went to a school near the University of Miami. And I remember one night, my buddies and I went to a house party and ended up being a University of Miami football team house party. I don't know how we got there, but we did. And they played along with it because I'm a small statured guy and I wasn't playing football anymore at this point. And we were it's funny. We actually ended up being in the kitchen with the kicker on the team. So it was funny.
Okay.
I was with the kicker. And then Denzel Perryman, the linebacker, I think plays the Raiders now, or he's been around the league a little bit, comes in the kitchen, daps everybody up, and he daps me up. And he's like, I said, who are you? And I'm like, shoot. I was like, I'm doing an overnight visit with the tennis team. He goes, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm staying with Alan. He goes, oh, Alan. Nah. He goes, I'll be honest with you, I don't know anybody on the tennis team. That's what's up, man. Like, dab me up. I'm like, sweet. He leaves. The punter stays in, and I'm asking, where's Duke Johnson? Because this is around the time where Duke Johnson was still at University of Miami.
Yeah.
Punter gave me the lowdown on everybody on the team, but I only knew Perriman and Duke Johnson because those were the only two like NFL prospects that were like the fresh in my mind. So where's Duke Johnson at? he was like, "Oh man, Duke doesn't go out." He says Duke, like pretty much everybody goes to his apartment and stuff. He doesn't go out. He says he doesn't ever want to be in a situation where something could go wrong. So everyone goes to his dorm room or apartment, wherever it was. But that's what he does, because he wants to eliminate any other outside element that could impact him, whether legally or anyway. He tries to eliminate that, so he gets people to come over to his place. He never leaves his room. And I was like, wow, that's pretty wild. But like, you see things like this, like, damn, that's pretty ahead of his time. I mean, Duke Johnson had a pretty solid NFL career. He was in the league for a while. But when you hear stories like that, it's like, man, like, I don't understand why more guys don't do that. Especially guys in hot water from a month ago.
Man, you gotta fight the temptation to want to do these things like everybody else, because you're not everybody else. Everybody's not looking at you like everybody else. Okay, you're not your college teammates. All right. You're not the guy down the street. You are Rashee Rice. And as unfair as it is, you haven't asked for any of it, and whatever it is, you are, without a doubt, public enemy number one around that area. Okay. In the NFL. Right. Fair or unfair. Fair or unfair. But you got to take all that in, and you got to take account for it to understand this is where it is. This is where you are right now. Okay. Nobody's saying you can't live your life. Nobody's saying that you can't do things that regular people do, but you got to be aware of your surroundings and what it is that you're actually doing. So, yeah, maybe you cut not going out that night. Hey, I'm not staying out till 2:00 in the morning. If you hear somebody scream, you need to exit left immediately, okay? Walk out the back door. You don't need to be around no craziness whatsoever, okay? And I don't know where he was, but he just don't know to be nowhere, all right? Soon as something go down, where's Rashee at? Oh, Rashee? Oh, he's been gone. The Joker went to bed 2 hours ago. So that would be the direction you have to go. That would have to be the lengths that you have to get to it. It's a changing of a mindset. It's hard, man. When I tell people all the time that sometimes your bad habits will travel with you. Okay. Whether it's hanging out, you want to do things, man, you gotta fight that in your mind that you like, hey, God, I just can't have fun like everybody else. I can't do it like everybody else is doing. As fun as it is to seeing it, and everybody's jumping and the party is popping. Okay, it is on fire right now. Hey, man, look at that from Instagram or Instagram Live or whatever. Feel that? How about that? Tell somebody to take pictures and send it to you, whatever. So I just, man, it's unfortunate because it's more noise. It's more noise. And it's surrounding him. And this is one thing you didn't want to happen. This is the one thing you really didn't want to happen. You want everything to go smoothly. You wanted to be a good guy from this point on. Stay away from all of it. And answer is not to punch anybody. Like, you can go out at 3:00 in the daytime. Paparazzis could come see you. Like, hey, man, you be as nice as Papa. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Like that. And keep it moving. Keep it moving. Look, I'm going to tell you something. You know how many times that I wanted to explode on people when I was playing in the NFL? Like, things is like in the back of my mind. Because sometimes people will just try you. There's things people would do just to try to set you off. And if people don't think this is the real thing, this happens a lot. Oh, you suck. Or somebody walk up to you, I have money on you, call you all type of names, call your mom names, call your pops names, sisters, bro, like whatever, to just try to trigger you into doing something. Okay? And our impulse is to to react. For a living, we do physical things. Okay? And I'm sitting there thinking, my man, like, man, if I get my hands on you right now, you know what I mean? I'm going to take out this whole top row of your teeth. All right? Having you talk, using a straw for the next 2 months. But my better self of me says, man, leave it alone. Just walk away from this. Yeah, and people will try you. I'm telling you. Even the smallest guys, Mark, the dudes, small. I'm talking about, come in. Hey, what else? I remember at the Hurricane that as players, it was maybe about 5 or 6 of us that was in there, right? And we hanging out. just having a couple of drinks, having a good time with each other. And so one of these guys came in and bumped T Rich. Okay. T Rich is the nicest guy ever. Okay. T Rich, hey man, God bless you, man. Dude was just like, hey man, like, watch where you going. T Rich like, you ran into me. Like, I'm over here. He's like, oh man, I'm just telling you, watch where you going. So why T Rich like, oh man, whatever, man. Like, hey man, have a good day. So the dude's kind of like still me mugging him. And I'm kind of sitting off to the side. Well, a couple of his dudes was up there with him, like, oh man, like, oh, I wish I knew there was Chief players. I wish I knew it was Chief player, man. We should jump him, guys. We should get him. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, wow, okay. Like, I see what everybody else is on. I see what some of these dudes are on out here. Okay. Like, they don't mind starting stuff. They don't mind doing it. Okay. Commotion, try to get guys to fight. No telling what they might have had on them at the time. But I'm sitting over saying, man, before the dude can even blink about doing anything and maybe pulling something out or going at the dudes, I'm on top of them. All right. I'm gonna have to be on top of them. And it is. Melly Matrix, money grab. It is. These jokers out here, man, believe me, there's some setups. There's people setting you up all the time. And they understand that there's money involved. And look, guys have been extorted over certain things. I'm just telling you. I've seen it. I know this for a fact. I know it for a fact. And so you just got to be watching. You got to watch yourself when you're out here, okay? No one's around us. Don't be where you need to be. Bounce, okay? Bounce. So it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I got a lot of stories, Marcus. I'm telling you, a lot of stories. So,
man, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Obviously, we're going to be updating you guys in this situation as it unfolds. Right now, like we said, don't really know. Investigation is alleged right now. And if TMZs are on top of it, if this is a thing, we'll probably have a video or a photo of a still of him like throwing a punch. So we'll find out. TMZ is going to be on top of their stuff. They're usually on top of it. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.